And welcome, welcome, welcome. We are playing Dwarf Fortress again today. I just did the stupidest thing. I started recording for like 5-10 minutes, and yeah, I didn't have my sound, my wireless headset on, so that my sound wasn't being recorded. Anyway, I have to repeat a lot of what I said. So I've been doing a lot of stuff off camera, just cosmetic things mostly. The biggest point I should make is that we got a migrant wave off camera. A couple other things happened. I guess I'll pause and tell you about it. I hate these roads; they're so ugly. We got a migrant wave. We had a forgotten beast down below, but there was no path up, so he just left. So that was anticlimactic. And I've been doing a lot of this building, so I've been doing a lot of walls and floors and such. And ever since we got the migrant wave, it's been great. Here's a jobs list on the J menu. The main thing is those kennels are struggling to get built, but um, our dwarves are so busy moving shit around, so I'm okay with that. Um, let's just put this wall in here, this orthoclase wall. I've just kind of been replacing these clay walls with stone, mostly for cosmetic reasons, but also because I think the dwarves like it better. And it creates a little bit more, well, I don't want to say security, but just, I don't know, it's less, it seems more permanent, I guess. Up here, so every time we dig one of these trees, we're getting these little holes appearing in the floor. Let me see if I can find one. Oh, we got a season change. Well, that'll give me a chance to continue updating. Sorry, I was texting. I'm such a bad streamer. Um, um, I was, so if you look on the right-hand side of the screen, I can guess I move my cursor here. Right there. You see that blue cursor? Okay, so that little dot represents where a tree grew through, and every time that happens, I just have to build like a floor above it for the security of my fortress. And frankly, I think it's conceivable a monster could break through there. So I might want to build like a safe room deep down in my fortress that if I had some sort of monster break through that to gain access to the main level, I could do a burrow real quick to a deeper level. My hope for this series, and by the way, I apologize for the length of the last episode as well as the tedium probably that ensued towards the end, but um, my goal for this series really is to get this fortress with 26, basically 26 immigrant dwarves. One of those might be a child, but um, to get producing children that are uh, their own lines of dwarves so that I don't have to rely on immigration. And I rely solely on childbirth as a means of gaining population. So that is, I wish I had like a um, gynecology clinic building. Maybe the Masterwork mod is working on that. I don't know. There's this mod out there, the Masterwork mod, that basically takes Dwarf Fortress Vanilla and makes it into this insane, insane thing with a bunch more mechanics that even the vanilla game has. So it's crazy. They arguably led the way on things like taverns and libraries, and you could do a lot more with rocks and things and additional noble roles and things like that. So just kind of looking around and seeing if there's any other holes. So I was kind of thinking, I might want to do something with animals today. Um, I slaughtered a shit ton of turkeys. Actually, let me show you this. Oh, justice. I need to work on that. I don't know if it's going to show here. How do I find, well, I'll just go to the stockpile where it would be. Somebody created a masterwork turkey leather armor. And here's my, why is that were lizard still here? Why are you still here? What does TSK mean? Does that mean it's tasked to be moved? Um, hopefully they'll get to that. Okay, so like I got all these weapons and shit. Got bronze battle axes and silver warhammer, bronze mail shirt. I made a bunch of those. Turkey leather armor, so that's got to be it. Let me. Um. No, I mean that's not the artifact. That's just another turkey leather. I think I told him to make leather armor, and he did. Hmm. It's possible somebody already grabbed it. But anyway, well, somebody made a amazing artifact turkey leather armor, so I think somebody must have grabbed it, which I don't blame them. I'm still somewhat confused here. Like, if you look at the jobs, so many of them, they just involve random things, it seems. And obviously, this doesn't do a good job telling you what exactly is prioritized. By the way, I haven't really messed with these new dwarves at all. Let me read them in. Oh, they're already in. Okay. So, by the way, this is our only initial, original dwarf left, and I'm really concerned about his safety at this point. I hope I don't have any vampires. I'm always worried about that. He's horrified that he's being haunted. We're going to deal with that on this episode. But anyway, I just want to make sure they're all, doing stuff. I mean, they are because I don't have any idlers, but kind of think maybe I should, I don't know. I'm half tempted to use the auto labor from DF Hack. I think if I get to a point where I'm not getting full employment, or if you will, that people are idling, then I might use the DF Hack auto labor function. I guess what I'm going to do, is let this continue. What we could start doing. Oh, turkeys are just running around everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna queue up a bunch of stuff here, and alt a bunch of slabs. So here's the deal. Um, in order to get rid of this ghost problem, I've got to engrave some slabs. Oops. Um, so what I did was I built a bunch of slabs, and it turns out that's just not a good idea because you have to get them engraved at the craft dwarves shop, I believe, before they will be effective at preventing haunting. So I'm going to go ahead and get those set for removal, and then I'll go ahead and get those queued up in the craft dwarf for what we need. The problem is, since I atom smashed several of my dwarves, um, we can't find their body for burial, which means they're going to haunt the fortress until further notice. And they do crazy things, like they knock over tables and shit, and it's really annoying. So you definitely want to work on that. Another thing I was doing is this, basically. Our hospital, I just know we're going to have another werebeast infection, so I thought, why not make little fortifications along the side of the hospital, and you can use that to murder your were-dwarves from a safety later if you have an outbreak. So I'm replacing these walls with fortifications. That should still keep the dwarves inside, but allow archers to shoot over the fortifications. I think, if I'm doing that correctly. Got a gold vein there too. And then I've got to test this lever. I can't remember if I've connected it, so I'll test it out. Every time I think I'll just wait until I get my labors done to see if they pick up that dead body, I get distracted by adding a whole bunch of new tasks. So build, construction for capital F. Okay. Yeah, I'll just use diorite. There's a ghost right there, I think. Is that a ghost? Yeah. He's just following that miner. How inconvenient for him. And capital F. Okay, so looks like he's gonna go for that gold now. And our builders are down here. Again, 0 idlers, so that's good. Probably the best thing. Oops, the best thing for me to do here would be to just do this. I don't want to really expand the hospital. I already expanded a little bit from the last time I shut it off for you guys, but I don't really want to expand it further than what it is, so I'm just gonna make this one last hallway, and then maybe I should make these into fortifications as well. So I've got like this double hallway system where I'm gonna have fortifications all around. Okay. I think this will become clearer once I get building it. But this is a little bit of a project, so I'm going to try to stick with it so I don't forget about it. I guess I could designate smoothing the stone inside the hospital as well. Although that's probably a very long process. That poor miner, he's got that ghost just following him around. Alright. So I'm going to build diorite walls. Now, the one flaw of this is that they're just not going to be able to shoot. Oops. I put stairs there instead. Not going to be able to shoot into the rooms, per se. Although I could make these fortifications as well. But I think I won't. I think I'll stick with walls. And so, you know, I think we may have to just... I think maybe having a dwarf present will lure... Ooh, why are we doing orthoclase? I don't want orthoclase walls. Having a dwarf present will maybe lure the were creature. Why are those upstairs? I'm screwing up here. So they'll, if I have like a dwarf come over to shoot the were creature, it'll lure hopefully the were creature to the fortification, so that they'll be able to access him. Okay, that should be good. And of course, we've got a lot of minerals that are just lying around waiting to be picked up as well. And that may take take a little while, but it'll eventually get done. And go ahead and build some fortifications along here. Okay. If we ever need to expand the hospital, we'll have to tear down the fortifications. Or maybe I'll create 2 separate like wards that are like disconnected. By the way, did that trigger get pulled? Yes, it did, and it didn't do anything. So pull it again, and then I gotta link it to the bridge. B. Press L to get center back on the lever. It always takes you to the surface. And we'll do that one, and we'll use some mechanisms, and that should link up. Okay. And we'll get this in here. Okay, we're moving along very nicely with the hospital. I think that hopefully the patients don't feel too vulnerable with the fortifications rather than walls. Can you imagine going to a hospital with fortifications facing inwards on you? They're like, hey, we hope you recover, but if you don't, we're going to shoot you. Excuse me. You know, I'm always struck by this particular song on SoundSense. It's clear that either it was recorded a while ago or that it was kind of a lower quality recording, because there's a little bit of background static, background noise, whatever you want to call it. Alright. Excuse me. Yeah, we got a caravan. You know, I don't really feel like trading. I don't really have anything that I need, so I'm just going to kind of ignore them. Let's build. Oh, those are not ready to be built yet. I'm trying to progressively patch these trees as I chop them down more or less so that we don't have a terrible security problem. I guess I don't really need to patch them if they're like far away. Although I don't necessarily think they create holes if they're far away, because if the earth below them isn't hollow, I think that they're more resilient to not damaging the top layer. Excuse me. I could be wrong about that. Okay. So let's go back down to the hospital level. I don't know if they get mad at me for not trading. I mean, the thing is that when we got our migration wave, we literally filled up on immigrants from 7 to 26. And so I think our our wealth is pretty good. I don't have a broker right now, but I need to redo the nobles as well. Okay, so you know what I could do? I have an idea. What if I just made these like you can like walk through these rooms rather than um, rather than have them be completely secure. That way, there will be a little bit of an option for the people to shoot through, and I'll put fortifications on these since they're on the outside. It's a little bit inconsistent, I suppose. Is this a... Oh, I see. Okay. I'm like thinking ahead to how am I going to kill my dwarves when they turn on me. Okay. So build up some fortifications down here. Fortifications are one of those things you should use a lot more than you probably do if you're a Dwarf Fortress player. They're really handy, and they're not onerous to put in at all. They build up so much faster than walls. Let's make sure we get those corners smooth. Alright. Okay. So I think that's gonna about do it for the hospital. Let me make sure that I gotta redo the zone, don't I? So I'm gonna do X, and I'm gonna redo the hospital zone. You know what? I'm gonna have to. Okay. I'm just gonna have to expand it because zones have to be square, and it's stupid. I hate that. I wish they'd make that. They should make it more like burrows, so you could like paint it step by step. All right. So I'm just gonna go like this. I'll put a wall here and more fortifications here. And fortifications. I need to dig that one, and I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of this once it opens up, I guess. So I definitely want to keep that well really easy to access. Okay. And then if I go, let me make sure the hospital's in there. So what I'm going to do, I guess I will include the walls. That's a pretty good hospital, actually. That may not need to be expanded for a while. We do have the well, so it's internal. So that's always good. Maybe I should leave some of those in there, some of those walls, because essentially what I'm going to be doing is, yeah, you know what, I have an idea. If I just do that, and that's another room there. I should leave that as a hallway. But I should put rooms in here. So if I did like, yeah, okay. So that's gonna be a room. Oh, we did the upstairs again because I'm incompetent. Oops. Okay, so diorite wall. And walls there. And yeah, actually that's gonna fit perfectly. Okay. So I may have more rooms than I need, but that's okay. I'm definitely gonna keep those deconstructions going, but I'm probably gonna nix every other one of these. Like that. Oh, I guess I have to deconstruct it anyway. Oh, you know, that actually works just fine. Okay. So I'll just kind of wait for that to develop. You'll see what I'm getting at. Didn't need to mine that one out. It's not going to be perfectly efficient, but it'll be pretty good. I guess the goal is to have something happening, going on, figured out by the next attack. And the one that I'm a little bit worried about in terms of attack is like a goblin horde. I think the low population of my fort might, and I emphasize might, protect me from that for now, but I don't know that for sure. Okay, so we'll just see how this turns out. Still have a ton of jobs pending, because I can never stop assigning jobs. It's just a bad habit. Okay, that'll look better. Do a little symmetry here. Like so. Oh, hold on. I did that wrong. Okay. Okay. Excellent. And we're definitely not going to have enough traction benches, but I'm okay with that. So, you know, to kind of clarify, this area here, that is going to be the chief medical dwarf's office, if you will. I should probably assign it to him, technically. Where they store all of the hospital equipment for the most part. This is going to be the lobby. Maybe I should even put like a table and chair out here for the secretary's counter, or whatever you want to call it. These are all going to be ward rooms, and yeah, all that. So that's the hospital. I'm told that it's most efficient to place a bed, a table, and a traction bench in the same room for each room rather than have like a separate ward for surgery, for example. Okay. So this is coming along nicely. The deconstruction always seems to get the low priority job setting. So I'll just have to kind of wait for that. looks like one of these got suspended. They get so confused so easily. If their most efficient path gets cut off, they just, rather than find an alternative path, I think the programming just has them temporarily give up and suspend the project. It's nice to dig a little bit of just diorite, because then I'll have a little extra stone floating around. Okay, that'll keep that nice and symmetrical. I saw some other player make a little thing where he engraved one pillar each year that they were there. And that's kind of cool. I like that idea, but probably don't have the wherewithal to do that in this fortress. This is a small fortress. By the way, if you're like just getting started in the game, it's not a bad idea to do a small fortress, because you do have some additional options in a small fortress that you have to kind of put on the back burner in a larger fortress. A little bit more micromanagement as possible. Some less complications are likely. So it can be a good thing. Such a weird area. This is a gypsum cluster that I mined out there, and that I feel like people are going to be hauling stone from forever. Okay, the fortifications are all done. And the smoothing is set. One exception. Where's the miner? Did he leave? Well, I'll have to come back and clean that up. Okay. Let me take a look at my metal. Okay, that's charcoal. I've got 4 charcoal. I need a lot more. Now that I have so much wood, I'm gonna just do that on repeat for now. And then I'm going to take a look at my bars. Okay, I've got gold, I've got plenty of bronze. So, several silver, plenty of bronze though. So I'm gonna start making stuff. Let's go to armor. So I already made a bunch of bronze mail shirts. Let's do 8 bronze breastplates. We'll do 10. That way, if we do create a metal squad, which I think I will soon, we'll have plenty of options to work with. Let's get our jeweler cutting some more gems. So what I usually just do is I kind of pick one and I just randomly add a bunch. And then I just kind of go down. And that way there's always a few cut gems available for people if they're doing a masterpiece or whatever. Okay. We might be in the midst of a bit of a cat explosion. Okay, looks like that's all designated to smooth. I like to have my workshop area nice and smooth. I like to have who are we kidding? I think everybody does. They like to just smooth out everything, and it takes forever, but gosh, it looks nice. Why can't... Oh, I've got it. Okay, I see. There we go. So that'll always give anybody with engraving something to do. Meeting hall looks okay. I always wanted to build a tavern, so maybe we should start thinking about that. I think I was going to make it like right down here. So what if I did like this? Oh, there's something called a support. I don't know what that is. So I was thinking maybe what if I did like a few slabs? It's like make a bar kind of thing. And then build table. and maybe just make a few tables like this. And that's all the tables we have. Okay, and then I'll put a chair by each one if I need a lot more chairs. Okay. And then what I was thinking is maybe make like a little offshoot where I could put some rooms for the mercenary dwarves, like this. Oops. And we can expand this later, but there's 6 rooms, symmetrical. And probably need to put another wall here. And we might want to wall off part of this over here. Because what we'll do, maybe I should just make it nice and big. Problem is it touches on that, so I'm a little bit concerned about that. Tell you what, one solution to that problem would be to do this, and then just build a secondary hallway here. And put some of the rooms over here. That way it doesn't interfere with the meeting hall. Meeting hall is like the big public hall. By the way, I was thinking also, it might be cool to have like a throne room. And we might build that later, but I want it to be kind of near this public area. This is the first level with a cavern view, by the way. So maybe it would be cool to have it like right back here, or somewhere where you can like look out a window and see into the cavern. What if I did it right here? And have this like open. So let's kind of channel this out as the throne room. And I was watching somebody else's LP, and they did a lot more like double layer stuff, and I think I want to start doing more of that. Okay, so that's gonna be fine, and I'll do some embellishment like this. And then let's get rid of that. Okay. And then what I can do, if I cut this off, I want to have little balconies. So what I want to do is come up here. This might just about overlaps, but not quite. So the balcony would be up one level from here, so it'd be like here. Like that. And so what I'm going to do basically, just mirror that and that, and then, and I'll put this in, and then I'll channel the rest. And this might not go well because channeling is always a dubious proposition. And then maybe I'll build a wall here eventually. But what that's going to do, it's going to allow dwarves to come up to the balcony and see the people, the king and such, if I ever have a king. So that's a good long-term plan. I'm just kind of penciling that in for now. We may have some injuries associated with digging this out. And I could put the king's, like, chambers over here or something. I could actually surround that little cavern opening. Okay, so we were, also working on the hospital. Let's see how that's coming. Okay, so we're waiting on that. Oh, but I can do this now. I can smooth these pillars. It'll take ages to get any progress on. Okay, we do have one idler. Normally I wouldn't be too concerned about that, but it seems to be fairly consistent, so maybe I need to check my labors. I don't know why I did that. So many stones. I try to dig in different areas of the map where there might be different biomes. Okay, this is my makeshift library. It's not an actually very good library. And my jail is completely unused as well. So we need to really get on that. Oh, I forgot to make a door to this chamber. Oh, I need to get my bedrooms assigned as well. I did a little bit of work on this. Okay, so this can be a bedroom. This can be a noble, actually. Let's do the nobles. Let's just do that. That's going to be the most important thing. So let me just... Okay, so we do have an expedition leader. That's pretty much set in stone. I'm going to fire him. And him. Okay. So now all of our nobles are vacant. Now what we want to do is we want to figure out who the best person for each job is. Okay, so if I do... I'm trying to think which... let's do the broker and bookkeeper first. They're probably the most important. So... I gotta leave that up. Okay. So bookkeeper, we do have this guy at the bottom, Udil, who's probably really good at that. And the broker could be... If I could... What does he do? Miner? These are both of our miners, aren't they? We can't have the miner be that. Should I just have this guy be both of them? I hate to do that. What about this guy? Stonecrafter. Why is he purple? He's the expedition leader, okay. So, he does a lot of stuff. Well, let's start with Udil. Udil's going to be the bookkeeper, so let's just do that. It becomes less confusing when you start actually slotting people. So Udil... Okay, they actually have him up here. So that makes sense. Okay. So that means he should claim... Did we actually set aside a bed for the... Okay, so Tobol's already got that place claimed. And that's Chief Medical, I want to say. Well, we may have to reassign some of these. I thought I had assigned some permanent ones. Okay, so that creates... Yeah, he's going to be orange now. So the next one is the broker. So let's do a broker. And can we do one of these guys? Can we do Monum? He's like the doctor, actually. And yeah, there's nobody really... The only one who's competitive is this guy, and they're pretty much the same. So we'll make Monum the chief medical. Let's just do that. Okay. And then we need a broker, manager, hamager, so many nobles. Okay. So the broker, now that he's taken up, probably, I mean, it could be this guy, but he's so important otherwise. I'm going to leave him out. What about You. 52. How about you? What do you do? You're a milker? Yeah, you can do it. You could be better. Asub? Guess what? You're the new broker. We don't trade a lot anyway. I just want to fill the position. Asob. Okay. The milker. Now we need a manager. Where's Asob? Why didn't you turn colors? Shouldn't Asob turn a color? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Manager. Ooh, this guy's actually really good at that. Izum. You are the new manager. Congratulations. I haven't had a manager yet in this entire playthrough, so that'll be handy actually, because I don't have to find my little workshops to make stuff. I'll show you that in a second. Ezob. Oh, he's already at the top. Okay. Is it or Izum? Izum Athel Kidder. Yeah. Okay, Hammerer, and let's do the militia commander first. Militia commander. Military. This guy looks pretty potentially good. Well, we need how about a good teacher though? What about Udil? What are you? The bookkeeper? No, we can't do that. Pretty good military stats though for a bookkeeper. What about this guy? Yes, this guy here. He is a siege operator, but that's okay. He can be a militia commander. Napoleon was an artillery officer, keep in mind. Liger. Okay, Liger, you're the new militia commander. I just kind of making decisions here. Liger. Thank you. Okay, the sheriff. It'll update him once I unpause the game. Sheriff, I want somebody who is Law Dwarf associated with sheriff. What about this guy? Libosh? Sure, why not? Libosh, you're the new sheriff. I don't care. And Hammerer. Hammer, again, we want somebody who's somewhat strong but not too strong. So how about this guy? Ost. You're the butcher, spinner, miller. Okay, Ost is going to be the new hammerer. Somewhat randomly selected. Okay, so we have all these guys and no repeats, so that's good. So we'll resume the, let me read these in. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got plenty of nobles. Now we have to do, this is somewhat painstaking, but I have to start assigning bedrooms and such. Oh, I should really do the manager first. Okay, because we're out. So I'm gonna make some tables at the mason, and definitely make some chairs here. Okay. So let's check this out. So if it's a big room like this, it needs to be occupied by the expedition, by the noble. So this is the expedition leader's bedroom, office, dining room. He's also married to that other, the soap maker person. Okay, so that takes care of the expedition leader. So that's great. So one thing you want to do, hold on. Ost Bubnudstem. What is going on? Why are you aware, Gecko? I don't like that. Ost Budnudsem. Okay, good. They're not alive. So apparently this room used to belong to that creature, so I'm going to just push F to free that bed and make it a bedroom again. This is a free, make that a bedroom again. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm getting rid of, if the expedition leader, you know what, I'm just going to free them all. Because I think that some of these belong to like dead/ghost people, so I'm just going to rehash all of those. And actually this will be helpful because I'm going to be assigning certain specific bedrooms here in just a second. And this will be my overflow bed area where people who don't have an important room go. Okay, so let's do this one. Yeah, nobody seems to own that one. So that's like a clothier. Maybe it was a mistake to... Okay, the chief medical dwarf. Okay, that's good. And we'll do chief medical, and on that one, I don't know if you can repeat it. I don't think so. That's chief medical and chief medical. Good. Okay, so that one's done. So chief medical should be good, right? Yes. Expedition leader's good. Militia commander needs one with like armor stands and such. So let's do this. How about this one up here? The militia commander. Yeah, I don't think I've made this into anything yet. It's just a craft workshop up here. Why not? Okay, so these are the people I can engrave that to. And it tells you who's a ghost. So there's the ghosts up top. So we'll start with that one. And we'll just go down the list. Okay, so that'll help with our ghost problem. Meant to do that earlier, actually. Okay, so we'll make this a bedroom. And we'll assign that to the militia guy. And I'm going to press 1 to auto-assign always. We're going to make this... Yeah, we'll make this both the office and dining room. So, dining room. We'll assign it to the to Ligger. And I'll press 1 to auto-assign to militia captain. Office. Assign to militia, and I'll press 1 again. And then we'll make that armory. I don't really need to give him an armory, but because he'll recognize that he owns those things anyway. Okay, so that's the militia commander, so that should be good on him. I do need a sheriff, hammer, manager. Let's do the manager. So can we just do the manager down here, maybe? Yeah, we can do the manager here. So this will be the manager's place. And this will be the dining room, I guess. And this will be the office. Oh, I need to get those on repeat. So I'm going to press 1 on that one for auto-assign, auto-assign, auto-assign to manager. And then if I go upstairs, there's another table and chair. So I'm going to make this a second office and give that to the manager as well. And auto-assign that one. I'm also going to build a cabinet. Oh, I don't have any cabinets. Okay. That's fine. Is this... kumquat. Okay, so we'll get this going a little bit better. I want this to look nice for our traveling merchants. This game, you can just, I swear to God, spend hours just doing this kind of stuff. Okay. Sorry, I had to fix my hair. It's like this headphone is like has the potential to like irritate my scalp. Okay, and let's just do something like this. Oh, that's walls. No, I don't want. Why am I doing fortifications? Okay, there we go. There's no, I don't think there's any non-cosmetic purpose for this. I guess maybe just I mean, it does have a logistical purpose of preventing the spread of plants, but that's not a problem. I can't conceive of a situation where that's going to be a problem. What if I did this? Yeah, that'll be good. Used up a lot of that wood, but that's okay. That's what it's there for. Okay, so that's good. So we need the next one. Ooh, what is? I think he's happy. Okay, bookkeeper and broker. Where's his place? I wonder if people have started claiming these. Yeah, they already have. That's okay though. Well, at least a couple of them. Okay, so I can make this something for somebody. Why don't I make this the broker's house? And we'll go like that. And we'll call it broker and that. And broker, I'm going to press 1 to auto assign to broker and broker and broker. Going downstairs. I probably need to put something down here to allow the broker to have this room as well. Actually, you know what I could do is I could do that. These things are nice because they don't get in the way, these slabs. And then I could also do like a H coffer. Okay. So that's going to be nice. Okay. So we have a broker now all signed up. That's the militia leader there. So bookkeeper and sheriff and hammerer are the ones that I'm still needing. So let's do... That's chief medical. Nobody owns this currently. Clothier. Let's just make this the bookkeeper. So I might be kicking somebody out to do this, but that's okay. Okay, so that is all the bookkeeper, and then I'm auto assign those. So this will make it a lot easier in the future by having those auto assignments. Basically, I will never have to assign that bedroom again. I'm going to put a couple of statues in here just to add to the value, since he's not going to have armor stands and such. Okay. A lot of engraving yet to do here. I'm hoping that getting some people in these rooms will increase their fertility, if you know what I mean. And maybe allow some people to get married who are thinking about it. Okay, this one looks pretty good. So let me put a bedroom here. And a coffer. And I don't have a table, okay. So I'll have to wait on the table for our mason. I'm really tempted to start the auto labor. Let's do this. make a little area. Little, little area where we can have some decoration in the middle of the street there. Dwarves love that kind of shit. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do auto labor. I hate to. I'm on kind of on the borderline of doing it. Okay, that's Dwarf Fortress itself. This is Dwarf. That's Sound Sense rather. Sorry. Is this DF hack? Can I? Oh yeah, it's on there. Okay, so I'm gonna go auto labor 1, enabling auto labor. Okay, so that's gonna do completely change everything about my current labors. So this, if you look at that, watch this. Completely different. And it made a lot more miners. Wow. Wow, it basically just assigned everybody to do everything. That's crazy. I guess I'll let it go. I might want to undo that, to be honest. Oops. That was, that might be overkill. Auto labor works really well when you have like 50 dwarves. Even 40 dwarves. 26 dwarves is a little questionable, to be honest. But we will never have an idler, that's for damn sure. What I'm waiting on is for them to construct this, well, I need some tables, basically. Okay, so I got one now. Just gonna place this here, I guess, and see there. And that, okay, I only have one table. But if I do a statue, oh, I should do an armor stand for, well, which noble am I doing? Sheriff? Okay, so I guess I should do an armor stand and a weapon rack and a statue, and we don't have a table yet, but I'm gonna do another table. By the way, once you get your manager set up with his office, you can go like this. You can press U, M, and you can press Q and just type in something you want to do, and it will. Let's build a gold table. I'm gonna do 4 gold tables, and we'll do rock tables 10. And then it just causes your manager to assign that task to a particular workshop that's capable of completing it, and then a dwarf comes along and does it. It's like this chain of production that is a little bit easier because you don't have to find the workshop yourself. The manager assigns it. It's a little bit less controlled, though, because it just goes to a random workshop that can do the task. It doesn't go to a specific workshop that might be optimized, for example, one that's closer to the source of the material you're building with. Okay, well, I'm very pleased. Looks like we might be working on a table right now. Okay, good. So I'm going to build this one here, and a chair there, and how about a container? Put it by the stairs. Okay, cool. So this could be the sheriff's house. Very nice place, to be honest. I could make this one the hammer next to him, but I have to do the floor first. Otherwise it'll get cave moss everywhere and such. Not that it's the end of the world, but it just looks nicer. Let's do wood floor for him. Olive wood. That sounds exotic. I love these options. Like you can actually customize to a great degree, and that's the nice thing about this small fortress. I can spend so much more time doing this kind of stuff. Okay, so while that's going, I'll be sure to check back there and set that up with the hammer. And I'll let that continue. We have 1 idler, 0 idlers. Okay, that's good. And then once I get all of my noble rooms assigned, what I'm going to want to do is just go back through the non-noble rooms and, well, A, free them up, basically, but B, make sure that we're continuing to develop our little city. Okay, so this sheriff's room is coming along nicely, and looks like the slabs got done, so I could probably start building the slabs. So what I was thinking is just kind of putting them, right down here somewhere. Maybe I should dig out a special little slab room. This could be our first slab room here. And we can make a little design like this if we want. Okay, cool. And we could actually... Is that phyllite? Diorite. Okay, so build wall diorite. And diorite here, and here, and then we'll just... Oops. Actually, I need to do that one first. And then we'll get rid of that, and then I will cancel that, so DX, to cancel that designation. Okay, and then DS, how's that coming along? Can't believe that there's not more assigned smoothing here. Okay, and then let's just see how this works. So let's... I don't know. I don't know how those slabs are going to work. What I'm a little bit concerned about is if my tavern that I was building results in them using engraved slabs. Yeah, none of those are dedicated, so that's good. And of course I screwed this up. Yeah, so what I'm going to do on that, I think the best thing to do is take out the channels, and if I extend the balcony to on each side, it'll allow me access to that. And then what I'll do is, just do the channels on the parts where we know it's not going to obstruct the path. So like around the edge to start out with. Yeah, that'll be good. And so once we get that, then we'll do another ring until it's completely done. Could collapse that down onto the throne room if we really wanted to do that. Can't believe they're still digging, actually. So much stone that we've probably tasked to dig. Okay, so let's do a little spot check for security issues here. We do have a couple of openings. Let's do that one. Not seeing any off at the top of my... Just kind of looking around here. I'm not seeing any more. Those lakes should be secure. Yep, I think we're good. I just saw the one. Okay, we still got that designated for clay. That's good. We actually have some clay just sitting there. So much digging still to go. I've got so much metal, though, that I really don't need to worry about that too much. I do like to continue to mine the cobaltite. I do start to run low on that. So let's get that going over here. I've used a lot of cobaltite. It looks so good. I could start using microcline too. It's a little bit different hue, you know, it's a little bit different feeling than the cobaltite. Less formal, maybe more fun and playful. A lot of gems. Alright, let's focus. So let's work on the tavern, I guess. Maybe I should build one little layer of this here. It's gonna be the coffee wood, I think, that I need for that. This will just add a certain sense of continuity in this general area. Perfect. As it opens, I kind of intentionally dug this giant area out in here to allow for the gathering of plants underground in a coordinated way. Let's do stuff with animals. As you can see, our yaks, I think these are yaks. They're doing pretty well. Let's kill a couple of them. So we'll just search yak, bull, cow, and 3 calves. Let's just get rid of one of the mating pairs. Okay. Let's put one of them in this little pen here. Put a new type of animal in here. Okay, so I'm gonna also dig this root out because I hate the roots. Roots are ugly as sin. Okay, so I think maybe rabbits would be good down here. Let's do that. So if I go to N and I S, and I'm gonna do bunny first, because sometimes they're called bunnies and sometimes they're called rabbits. So I have a doe and a buck. So they're both gonna go down there, and they're gonna have their own pen now. And let's get these orthoclase walls. I forgot to finish this task earlier. Orthoclaves. Plenty of that to go around. Not sure why these are diorite over here. I'll just do that for now. I might have to come back and change those to make them consistent, but actually, you know what? I'll do it this way. And there. And there. Okay, so we do have the chickens there. I need to get my turkeys back in here. I don't know what happened with that. They might have been killed, to be honest. I might have overly slaughtered them. Or, we'll see. Okay, turkey, hen, and gobbler. Okay, good. And search for poult, which is the baby turkeys. Okay, there we go. And let's just make sure all of our chicken creatures are here. So we'll search, search for hen. Turkey hen, okay, that's good. And we'll do rooster. Okay, that's good. And chick. Okay, that's good. So we got just the 2 there. But they're a mating pair. I'm not sure why they're not mating. Do I not have any nest boxes? Did those get destroyed or something? Make sure my stills are operating. Apparently they're not. So there we go. That's good. You always want to catch that when that sort of thing happens, because it does happen. It happens all the time. Let's start that orthoclase there. Okay, so he's working on the slaughtering, it looks like, over there. I'm going to cancel that and make that orthoclase. And we'll do some orthoclase here as well. Okay. Oh, and I need to cancel this one. Maybe that one. Doesn't matter. Okay. Designate, remove construction. I'm going to get rid of these inconsistent non-matching walls. Okay, turkeys are going in. That's good. And once we get those separated, then we'll have a better idea of what is available for slaughter, which is, slaughtering's great. Slaughtering we can use to like make fat and leather and stuff. Make some meals here while I'm up here. Got the herbalist gathering plants. That's good for food. Honestly, if I had to, I feel 100% confident that I could just completely lock my doors and be relatively safe for a long time. Now, maybe it's not optimal to do that, so I'm kind of not doing that, but it is a possibility. One thing with auto labor that I really hate is it just guts these. It just guts those secondary roles. And it like optimizes a certain number, like 10 or something, maybe 12 dwarves, and then it just has everybody else be the fortress bitch, basically, and just do everything. And I think that ratio gets more constructive the higher number your population is, but since we have a small fortress, it is perhaps not ideal. Let's take a look at the job list here. So we got a lot of people storing stuff in the hospital. That just surprises me. I don't understand that. Why people want to store stuff in the hospital? Like I get it why they store stuff in the hospital. It's just why it takes so long and why it's so damned hard for people to figure it out. I love these plump helmets growing along here too. Like I always get a certain sense of security because I'm like, oh, what if I ever run out of plump helmets? Well, they're just growing everywhere, so. Okay, we got some puppies. I should start training. You know what I should do? So under the animals menu, I can do hunting or war for dogs. So should I start doing hunting? Oops. Yeah. I'm just gonna make a few of these dogs hunting dogs. And maybe a couple of them war training. Because why not? They can still reproduce and stuff. And it gives our animal trainer something to do. And they can attack enemies. Okay. So, I've got like these. Okay, that's a ram, that's a donkey, that's a sow, alpaca, lamb, water buffalo, lamb, ewe, donkey, goat, horse, ewe. So the lambs and ewes are really quite prevalent. So you know what to do. Go to your animal menu, I'll click search, I'll click lamb, and it looks like one of them's a pet actually, but I'm gonna kill 2 of them. Oh, actually, I thought the ewe was a type of lamb. What's an ewe? Okay, so sheep. Are lambs and sheep the same? I'm so ignorant. Are lambs and sheep the same? A sheep is, in its first year, is called a lamb. Okay, so lamb is a baby sheep. Okay, so I'm an idiot. Okay, so I'm going to go Z animals, and we're going to go search. We're going to go sheep. Okay, I'm just going to kill 2 of those. And search lamb. So apparently my lambs are very young, but I do have an ewe, which is an adult male, so once those lambs turn into female sheep, I guess, is my understanding, then they will start reproducing. I can also pasture them separately. Should I do that? Yeah, I should. So I'm gonna go boom, and I wish I could just eat into that, but it's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna get all the lamb type creatures in here. I have a lot of these ewes. Okay, that's all. And then I could do like alpacas somewhere, put them somewhere. I need a couple bigger pens, I think, for some of the bigger, like the water buffalo. So maybe I'll just do a new one here. Actually, I could do two that size. Yeah, and that will be secure because those are... I could do one there. Okay, and that's still secure to the outside. Okay, so those will be pens eventually. Okay, so I'll do that. Make some more floor for me down here, so my animal people don't get, pissed off because it's disgusting. Alright, I'll do that for now. Ooh, that's too much. Alright, I'll just do that. Okay, so that'll give them something to build. So with the grazers in these little plots, I think they actually eat the plants, because if you compare this, which has been open forever, to like these, which have been open but they don't have any animals in them, it's very clear there's a difference. It looks like the animals are eating the plants, which is good. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Not that it's been an issue yet. I'm going to pause. I'm going to turn auto labor off. And I'm going to go back here. And I'm just going to turn these on for everybody. It also turns off alchemy, which is, again, something A, I don't understand, B, I don't really think is a big deal. So I'm just turning all these on for everybody. Down here at least. And that way I will always have a good squad of workers ready to haul stuff, which I think is more important in some ways than doing more substantive tasks. Okay. So I'm not going to turn auto labor back on until I get more dwarves in the fortress. This includes construction as well. That's an important thing. The only ones I'm not going to mess with are the miners and our woodcutter. This guy. I'm okay with that. Okay, so let's just leave that. So this guy, okay, this guy is feed people. Why are these all on for everybody? I don't get that. Yeah, I just need to customize this, I think. So I'm taking bookmaking off of everybody except for the guy who's actually good at it. And then I'm going to go over to roles. I'm just going to rejigger this whole thing. Yeah, we don't need this many miners. So I'm getting mining for everybody off. That's absurd, although it does increase their strength, I think. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to leave them their labor on if it's, let's just use 58 as an arbitrary number. So I can leave him as a miner, that's fine. So that's going to be my algorithm for now, is if they have 58 or higher, I'll leave it on. And then we'll go back and make some more targeted edits. This is probably it's somewhat tedious, but it's important, and auto labor is, like I said, it works a lot better when the algorithm has enough breathing space to be more specialization oriented. When it doesn't, it just says everybody do whatever, and that's not good. Although they did gain a little bit of general knowledge in certain topics just from being incorrectly assigned to them. The main reason that I got fed up with this is because I know that our chief medical dwarf should be doing all the medical shit, right? What a ridiculous thing. Alright. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. I don't mind if somebody else wants to do, some stuff, I don't know, wound dressing or something. I mean, nobody's really that good at it. But it's inexcusable to take those labors off of him. He's the best. Even though he's not that good, even himself. Okay. I guess I could leave that on him. So yeah, definitely not chief. Chief medical is like a noble role. I don't know why it's even in the labors. I'm sure this is absolutely thrilling for the viewers out there. Okay, nurse is fine. That's just not even assignable, so some people are really good at burning wood. Okay, so once we get through this, there's 2 farmers there, that should be plenty. What we'll do is we'll make sure everybody's got at least a few things they're good at doing assigned. So it'll be more specialized rather than an algorithm that I'm currently using. The 58 algorithm that I talked about. He's a good cook. And I'm only doing this bottom chunk of dwarves too. I need to go up and do the 3 between this one and the top as well. He's a good cook. He's a good cook. Nobody's a good brewer. Okay. And then down here. Nobody's a good cheese. No, not a single dwarf in my fortress is a good cheesemaker, so I'll make him arbitrarily. Okay, and then this is animal parts processing. Butcher. Bone carving. I need a leather worker. I will leave him as a leather worker, even though he's not quite 58. Oh, and he is a good tanner. Okay, Fisher Dwarves really want to get rid of most of these. Almost all of them. I don't know why. Okay, and then weaponsmith and such. Okay, this guy's pretty good at those. We'll start out just doing through here. I'll leave him with all of those. I typically like to keep people in the same family of skills intact with their job. I don't know why armorsmith is better than some of the others. Maybe it's because I've been doing more of it. Okay, and then we'll go... Let me just get rid of those while I'm at it. Okay, and the gems. For sure those guys, no. Okay, I'll let that guy keep those. Actually, I'll do that on him too. Okay, and this is clothing industry. I'm going to leave this guy with him on. I've now reverted from my algorithm to much more individualized determination. Glassmaker. So none of these guys are any good at any of this. It probably doesn't help that I don't task a lot of tasks in these areas. This guy's good at dying inexplicably. This guy's terrible. This guy's okay. I'll leave those on for this guy, except for the strand extraction. Yeah, I'll leave it on for him. Okay. And then here, Potter Glazer. I'll leave it on for him and him. Leave it on there. I'm gonna have to go back and do some more individualized settings. Okay, and then here, mechanic. I don't mind having a few mechanics, so I'm just gonna do anybody over 50 on mechanic. Architecture, same. Siege engineer, similar. These are tasks that you really do want a few people in. Siege operator. Pump operator, that's fine. B stuff. He's got a lot of stuff going on anyway. Okay. And then those are done. Okay, so then let's go back here and get rid of some of these. Those guys can be brewers, that's fine. What is this guy? He's like better at some of those things down there. Okay, so I'll leave those on for him. And him, I guess. Why not? Get rid of those. That's the medicals. I'll leave him on for him. He's pretty good at those. This guy's like really good at a bunch of stuff. Definitely get rid of those. Okay. So he's a carpenter. He can be a carpenter. I don't know why that turned off. Woodcutter. I'm okay with some of that. It's fine. I want more engravers probably, so let's add a couple of them. What is this guy? He's a carpenter. That's okay. I'll leave him. Engraver. Yeah, that's fine. Add him to Mason. That's good. Okay, and then over here, we've got farming stuff. So how are we doing on that? Animal caretaker. A couple of those, decently skilled. Animal trainer. A couple of those, decently skilled. Hunter. Add him. That's fine. Hunter, I like hunters because they can help out with defense and they trains up their skills. Trapper, fine. Small animal dissector, fine. Gelder, I just got one Gelder. Let me add a second. Okay. Medical, I've already looked at. Farming, okay, so we got plenty of farmers. Couple of soapers. Wood burners. Potash makers. I only got a few of them, but that's okay. Lime maker, same. Add him. Miller, don't have very many, but enough. Presser, got a couple, not very many. That's fine, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine, okay. Little tooltip is starting to get annoying. Okay, so that looks... So I'm just making sure like all of the jobs are basically covered, and it looks like they basically are. Now, what I need to do is kind of just eyeball the rows and make sure everybody's got like a few things they can do. And that. This guy has virtually nothing to do. He's like my military guy, so maybe I should do something that where he's like getting some experience with military stuff. I'll make him an engraver as well. That'll keep him busy. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, they all look pretty good. Oh, this one's not good. Milk or cheese maker, that's too little. Okay, so that'll be good there. That's good. Okay, the rest of it's good. Okay, so that's going to be our thing. And, you know, watch where a creature attack and kill off my fortress, so I have to do that again. Okay, so that was fun, I'm sure. Everybody watching is like, oh, wow. Can't. So glad I tuned in today to see him change all the labors again. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, fine. Getting some error messages associated with those labor changes, I suppose. Let me finish what I was doing with animals. Okay, so now that the sheep are moved, what are we left with? This is like my general pen. So I have an alpaca, donkey, billy goat, horse, 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 sow, donkey. So I can do donkeys or horses. Ram is like a goat. Water buffalo, 2 males. Another alpaca. So I could do alpacas or horses in their own separate place if I really wanted to. But I think I'm good on slaughtering for now, so I'm gonna let that run. Yeah, that'll be good. This will be real good for plant growth up here. Okay, so let's work on the tavern. I love how nothing grows on the black sand. It's somewhat counterintuitive. Still waiting on the flooring there for the hammerer's office. This should be ready though, so let's assign this to the sheriff. Okay. And that, and that. Okay. So that one is ready to go. So now the only noble without... Oh, what do you need? It's the hammer, but hold on. The sheriff claims he doesn't have... Oh, he needs a cabinet. Okay, that's fine, I guess. I don't know why the sheriff of all people needs a cabinet. Best thing to do here is go that. I'm sorry, I did it wrong. UMQ. Type in cabinet. Let's do a rock cabinet or wooden cabinet. Let's do wooden cabinets. Let's do 20. And let's do chairs, and let's do 20 of those. And table. Rock table. ROCKTAB. And let's do 10 of those. And let's do statue. Let's do gold statues. Let's do 10 of those. I love the manager tab. I get addicted to it because it just does things and for you in the background without you having to do it. It's nice. Okay, some more puppies. We're getting a lot of puppies actually. Well, I guess see, yeah, we still have these ghosts. And now I want to put them to rest. So what I want to do is probably, can I just, will that do it? I mean, I guess I'll experiment. And I'll just put all these in here and see if that gets the ghosts to go away. Because I thought I engraved them. I just don't know that mechanic very well. Usually I use burial. I hardly ever smash people. But I had to in this case because the were infection was destroying my fortress. Okay, so what I'm hoping for is that once everybody has a bedroom, that they'll simply be able to start making babies. I have 2 wells, so the baby should always have a source of water. By the way, let's do UMQ and go to bucket. And make wooden buckets. 20. And Q barrel. Make wooden barrel. 20. Can never have too many. Oh, and I should do UMQ bin, and I will do wooden bin. I'll do 10 of those. Okay. Carpenter's gonna be busy. Okay, still waiting on the cabinet. let me check these out and see if they're doing okay. So that's child lives in this room by himself. That's odd. Leatherworker lives there. That's fine. The sheriff lives here. That's not fine. So I'm going to go ahead and free that bed and then make it again. The sheriff has a different place now. Fish dissector, that's fine. Miner and weregecko. I guess, is it because the body's still hanging out? Yeah, because this is like the weregecko body. I wonder if that's why. Well, I don't think it's the same weregecko. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could free it and reassign it, just to be on the safe side, but I'm pretty sure that's just a... Let me free that. The hammer is going to have his own bed somewhere soon. Clerk. That's fine. Oh, and this one is... Okay, that's fine. Okay, well, I feel like our town is getting a little bit bigger. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 functional rooms, I think. Some of which have married couples, so we're almost full on our dwarf bedrooms, which is good. And I'm going to assign this to the broker, even though they already have one somewhere else. But that's like their work station. So I'm going to have the broker be capable of using that office. I'm still waiting on a lot. Okay, they built the 4 gold statues. That's cool. What I could do... Can I put this right over that? No. Okay. Is that a... Yeah, I have to I have to deconstruct... I have to build a floor, I think. Okay. It's going to build a floor there so I can put a gold statue on it. Okay, so, and I'm still working on this one here, so that's going to be the hammers. Do UMQ, let's do coffers. And we'll do 20 of those. Okay, so this is the problem with these ghosts, among other things. They just toppled this bed here. So that means this bed is damaged. And probably not even considered in place, I guess. I don't know. So, they're just making mischief. Let's get some of the other furniture in here. These tables are coming along nicely. Have to wait on that one. Probably could go with the armor stand though. And weapon rack. Okay, and I probably should make some more of those. So weapon. I'll do 8 of those. And armor. I'll do 8 of those. Okay. I think I might just go with like generic bedrooms down here because I've got all of the main ones that I need really in terms of nobles, and make a big one there. How about this one can be off-centered. I can go like that. And this one can be here. And this one, oh, that's gonna be, this will be a big one. Okay. I don't know if any of these are gonna have upstairs or not, but that'll be another like open housing block. All right. Well, let's take a look at our jobs list. Store item in stockpile. Can I zoom in on a job? B, go to building. Okay, so somebody is storing some wood in there. I guess the wood probably auto generates a job to be stored. Could be wrong. Maybe the game just generates the number of stockpile slots available. What's he doing? Oh, he's making more gold statues. Okay. I thought we were done with that. What's O mean? Order, probably, for manager?
All we need is a few good men. Oh, look.
Alright. Cat. My cat just jumped up on me. Probably should smelt some things. I think I have like a shit ton of charcoal. At least I should. Is this a charcoal? Oh, actually I don't. Yeah. So I'm gonna just get on that. I mean, there's charcoal. There's just people aren't moving it to the stockpile because it's being used so quickly. Too bad I didn't find bituminous coal. Okay, we had a bunny. That's good. Start slaughtering them eventually. What I could do, I do need some nest boxes, so let's go U, M, and Q, nest box. And we'll do wooden nest box. We'll do 6 of those. Don't need that many. Let's go U, M, Q, and make some bone bolts. And I'll do 10 stacks of those. Haven't been using our bones much, so might as well use those. Something about people are having issues with accessibility. I'm not sure what the issue is. And make sure my places are still okay. That's brewing, and let's do some milk animal, and make cheese, and shear animal. And let's go and make some lavish meals. And let's try using this. I'm not good at this one. Or this one. Okay, let's try that. And let's build some walls down here that we need. Orthoclase, of course. And this one. Okay. So we're coming along nicely here. That's a huge work in progress, this area. Let's make sure our farms are going okay. So that one's plump helmets. This one is cave wheat, I think. So that's off season. Pigtail appears to be off season. I mean, it's selected, so I'm fine with it. That one's working, whatever. Blood amaranths, rice plants, and this one can be Kenneth plants. I have no idea what any of these are. By the way, 2 of those farm spaces got destroyed. I'm not sure how or why. Probably doesn't matter. What kind of tree is this? Olive tree. Willow. Kumquats. Be nice if I had another coffee tree. These are all tropical trees, by the way. Not seeing any coffee trees. Maybe we got them all. Plenty of different types of wood to work with, though. Guava tree. Where are the coffee trees? There's one. Well, I'll just let my guys continue to work. Our miners are continuing to mine. Maybe I should do some like stuff with glass and stuff. I made 10 gold statues. I thought I only made 4. Let's cancel that. Okay. This tells you how far along they are on him. So they're almost done with the rock tables, for example. Let's go down here and just make some glass. Oh, we got a change in season. Our hospital looks good. Still waiting on the deconstruction there. I'm not sure why that's taken so long. Yeah, it would be pretty easy to kill most people in that hospital from outside. And even if somebody was like behind a wall, I think we could angle them to maybe have a shot. So I feel pretty good about that. I think I might wind this down and work a little offline. You know, I don't need to stream every single minute of it. Very few people watch anyway. It's mostly for me. So thank you for watching. It's been 2 hours. I've had a good time. I'll see you next time on Dwarf Fortress.